Europe's defense giant just made its move on South Asia, and it could change everything for Bangladesh's military future. Airbus isn't just knocking on the door, they're
अस्सलाम वालेकुम जी, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल। होप आप सब बिल्कुल ठीक ठाक होंगे। मेरा नाम सुमैन है, आप देख रहे हैं स्पैन रिएक्शंस बंगला। यहाँ पे जी बात करेंगे एयरबस। बांग्लादेश ने एक न्यू डील साइन कर ली है, एक बहुत बड़ी डिफेंस डील जो कि बांग्लादेश की डिफेंस की जो ताकत है उसको बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ाने जा रही है। यहाँ पे हम बात कर रहे हैं एयरबस की। ये एयरबस बांग्लादेश बहुत जल्द हासिल करने जा रहा है। बहुत टाइम से बांग्लादेश ये ठीक है बाय करने की कोशिश कर रहा था, लेकिन फाइनली अब बांग्लादेश ने ये डील साइन की है। तो बिना टाइम वेस्ट के पहले हम ये रिपोर्ट शेयर करते हैं। इंटरनेशनल मीडिया इसको रिपोर्ट कर रहा है, तो पहले वीडियो आप लोगों ने आखिर तक देखनी है, फिर मैं आप लोगों से मज़ीद अहम पॉइंट शेयर करने वाली हूँ। चैनल पे न्यू है तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब और बेल आइकॉन को क्लिक करें। सो चलते हैं, देखते हैं वीडियो।
Europe's defense giant just made its move on South Asia, and it could change everything for Bangladesh's military future. Airbus isn't just knocking on the door, they're bringing their entire defense catalog to Dhaka. Here's why this matters more than you think. Welcome back to Defense Upcast, where we decode the military moves that shape our world. Today, we're diving into Airbus's aggressive push into Bangladesh's defense sector. Trust me, this isn't your typical trade mission. Let's break it down. So what exactly is happening here? Airbus Defense and Space has been actively courting Bangladesh for deeper cooperation in both defense and civil aerospace sectors. And timing is everything. Bangladesh is in the middle of a massive military modernization drive. Their armed forces are upgrading across the board, from Air Force fighters to naval vessels to Army aviation. And Airbus sees an opportunity to become a primary supplier. But here's what makes this interesting. Bangladesh has traditionally relied on a mix of Chinese, Russian, and some Western equipment. Airbus entering the picture signals a potential strategic shift toward European defense partnerships. The company is reportedly offering everything from transport aircraft to helicopters and possibly even maritime patrol capabilities. We're talking about the C-295 tactical transport, the H-225M Super Puma helicopters, and potentially future fighter jet cooperation. Now, why would Airbus push so hard for Bangladesh? 3 reasons. First, Bangladesh's defense budget is growing steadily. Second, they need modern platforms to replace aging Soviet-era equipment. Third, and this is key, whoever establishes a foothold now could dominate future contracts for decades. Let's talk specifics. What exactly could this partnership look like? The centerpiece appears to be the Airbus C-295 tactical transport aircraft. Bangladesh currently operates aging Chinese Y-12 and Antonov transports. The C-295 would be a massive capability upgrade, modern avionics, better payload, superior range. It's the workhorse that dozens of countries trust for tactical airlift. Then there's rotary wing. Bangladesh's helicopter fleet desperately needs modernization. The Airbus H-225M could fill multiple roles: troop transport, search and rescue, even maritime operations. Bangladesh's geography, with extensive coastline and riverine areas, makes helicopters absolutely critical. But wait, there's more. Airbus is also pitching civil aviation cooperation. Bangladesh's aviation sector is booming, with Biman Bangladesh Airlines and new carriers expanding rapidly. Airbus wants to supply commercial aircraft while bundling in defense deals. Smart strategy. There's also talk of local assembly and maintenance facilities. This is huge because Bangladesh wants technology transfer and domestic defense industry development. If Airbus sets up local facilities, it's not just selling aircraft, it's embedding itself into Bangladesh's defense industrial base. Now, here's the geopolitical angle. This partnership could strengthen Bangladesh's ties with Europe, particularly France, Germany, and Spain, the nations behind Airbus. In an increasingly multipolar South Asia, diversifying defense partnerships gives Bangladesh strategic flexibility. But Airbus isn't operating in a vacuum. The competition is fierce. China has been Bangladesh's largest defense supplier for years. From frigates to fighter trainers to tanks, Chinese equipment is everywhere in Bangladesh's military. Beijing offers attractive financing, no political strings attached, and quick delivery. That's tough to beat. Russia, despite current global challenges, maintains strong historical ties with Bangladesh. Russian helicopters and air defense systems are already in service. And don't count out the Americans. Boeing, Lockheed Martin, and others are also eyeing Bangladesh. The U.S. has been trying to deepen defense ties with Dhaka as part of its Indo-Pacific strategy. So, what are Airbus's advantages? European equipment is generally seen as high quality without the political baggage of American systems. Airbus can offer competitive financing through European export credit agencies, and crucially, European nations don't typically impose the same operational restrictions that sometimes come with American weapons. But challenges remain. Can Airbus match Chinese prices? Will they offer sufficient technology transfer? And here's the big one. Will geopolitical pressures from India, China, or the US complicate this partnership? Bangladesh is trying to maintain strategic autonomy. They want good relations with everyone. A major European defense deal would need careful diplomatic management. So what does this mean for the broader region? If Airbus succeeds, we could see a template for other South Asian nations. European defense companies have struggled to gain market share in Asia compared to American, Russian, and Chinese competitors. A Bangladesh breakthrough could open doors in Nepal, Sri Lanka, even Pakistan. For India, this is interesting. New Delhi has mixed feelings about Bangladesh's military modernization. While they maintain friendly relations, India prefers a Bangladesh that isn't too militarily capable or too close to China. European suppliers might be seen as a neutral middle ground. For Bangladesh itself, this represents military modernization and economic opportunity. Defense deals could bring jobs, technology, and manufacturing capabilities. Plus, a modernized military enhances deterrence and peacekeeping capabilities. Bangladesh is one of the largest UN peacekeeping contributors. Looking ahead, watch for official announcements in the next 6 to 12 months. These deals move slowly, but the groundwork is clearly being laid. Bottom line, Airbus's push into Bangladesh is about far more than selling aircraft. It's about reshaping South Asian defense dynamics and positioning Europe as a major player in Indo-Pacific security. This story is just beginning. What do you think? Should Bangladesh embrace European defense partnerships? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe for more defense analysis, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay informed, stay ahead.
ओके जी, ये रिपोर्ट आप लोगों ने देखी है। बांग्लादेश ने यहाँ पे एक डील साइन की है जिसमें बांग्लादेश एयर डिफेंस हासिल करेगा। एक तो अपनी एयरफोर्स को मॉडर्नाइज करने के लिए यहाँ पे इन्होंने कहा कि बांग्लादेश के पास जो ऑलरेडी जो मिलिट्री एयर बस है, डिफेंस एयर बस मौजूद हैं, वो थोड़ा सा पुराना हो चुका है और अब बांग्लादेश का जो लाइक एक बहुत बड़ा गोल है, डिफेंस गोल 2030, उस गोल को देखते हुए बांग्लादेश अपनी सारी की सारी जो टेक्नोलॉजी है, इक्विपमेंट्स जो हैं, उनको मॉडर्नाइज कर रहा है। और इस मॉडर्नाइजेशन के लिए बांग्लादेश ने ये डील साइन किया और बांग्लादेश बहुत जल्द ये एयरबस जो है हासिल करने जा रहा है। यहाँ पे ना सिर्फ लाइक एयरफोर्स के लिए ये बाय किया जा रहा है, बल्कि यहाँ पे जो सिविल एविएशन है उनको भी एयरबस देने की बातचीत हो रही है। तो यहाँ पे लाइक एक बहुत बड़ा और अहम स्टेप बांग्लादेश ने उठा लिया है। मतलब ये यूरोपियन नेशन जो है उसके साथ ये डील की गई है। और यहाँ पे इन्होंने रशिया की बात की कि ऑलरेडी बांग्लादेश ने रशिया की काफ़ी सारी टेक्नोलॉजी बाय की हुई है। रशियन हेलीकॉप्टर्स मौजूद है बांग्लादेश के पास। यूरोपियन नेशन के साथ ये डील बांग्लादेश के जो रिलेशंस हैं उनको मज़ीद स्ट्रॉन्ग करेगी। तो लाइक इन्होंने बहुत बहुत अहम किस्म की जो बातें बताई हैं। वेल, यहाँ पे बांग्लादेश की जो डिफेंस पावर कॉन्टीन्यूसली बढ़ती जा रही है और मैं अप्रिशिएट करूँगी कि बांग्लादेश ने इतना अहम और बड़ा स्टेप लिया है। आप लोग क्या कहेंगे इस डील के हवाले से? आप लोगों का क्या कहना है? जो भी कहना चाहते हैं लाजमी बताएं कमेंट सेक्शन में। वीडियो को लाइक शेयर लाजमी करें। अपना ख्याल रखें प्लीज़। चैनल का भी। आई विल सी यू टिल देन, टेक केयर, अल्लाह हाफिज़, बाय बाय।